Good morning, my friends. This is the front section of the training we did last night in the Healthy, Wealthy Society. Remember, we lost the recording for the front end, and it is early morning. It is, as you can see, it's 4:30 a.m. Friday morning, and I'm recording this for you so I can splice it into what we have from last night and make a complete replay. So last night's webinar or meeting was a discussion of funnels. What is a funnel? Well, you know what a funnel is. It's a thing like that you pour something in, it comes out the bottom. In our case, a funnel is something we pour people in, and they come out the bottom. We bring prospects to a funnel, and what comes out the bottom, if we work it as a sales funnel, is sales. There are lots of different versions of funnels, opt-in pages. There are lots of different versions of funnels and opt-in pages, etc. So let me give you some examples. Just a little bit ago, yesterday afternoon, before we started our training, Charlene was doing a live video. And at the end of her live video, she said, and if you would like to have my newsletter, send me a message and I'll sign you up. That's a funnel. It's a manual funnel. She's going to collect messages and manually enter their email address somewhere and send them a copy of her newsletter, but it is a funnel. It's an example of a funnel. So let me do a screen share. Actually, before okay, let me do a screen share. So let me take you out to my website, for example. On my website, there is a banner ad on the right side that says create your first ebook. That's a funnel. If I click on that, it takes people out to the sales page for the ebook, or for the creation and publication of your first book. It's a funnel, and a capture page and a funnel. So here's the registration page for the webinar I'm doing tonight on Friday. It's a funnel. And all these pages you're seeing were created in Funnelizer. So here's the registration link for someone to register for the webinar. When they click on it, they enter their name and their email, and they get registered. Here is a capture page for somebody to get a copy of my ebook, The Road to Prosperity. They enter their name and etc., an email address, and click the button, and they get the book. These are all funnels. They're all capture pages. They're all versions of funnels. So what we want to do is we're going to replicate the training that was done last week in MLSP. But first, let me just talk a little bit more about funnels in general. I'm going to stop the screen share for just a moment. Okay, back to the screen share. So, is this where I want to be? No. Is this where I want to be? Yes, 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 yes. Funnels, okay. Before we go deeper into the funnels, and I'm going to give you an example tonight. We're actually going to do a training on how to create a thing called a consultation funnel. And we'll talk about that in a moment. But it's also been mentioned that MLSP is not the only funnel program. There are other funnel programs, and some people have questioned the price of MLSP. So here's a couple of funnel programs. Here's Kajabi. Kajabi is the one used by Brendan Burchard. He's actually either an affiliate or maybe he's part owner of Kajabi. Here's Kajabi's pricing basic $149 all the way up to $400 a month. So the low end of Kajabi is the same as the professional membership in MLSP. 3 pipelines. I guess that means 3 funnels. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's Kajabi. ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson, very popular all over the internet. ClickFunnels, low end of ClickFunnels, $97, okay, and up to $300 a month. For $97, you get 20 funnels. Now, in what I called last night an unabashed sales pitch for MLSP, at the $50 level of MLSP membership, you get 5 funnels. At the $150 level, you get 50 funnels. I still personally believe that MLSP is one of the best deals on the market. That's my personal opinion. So let's talk about the funnel we want to create. Here's the basic idea. There's a capture page. And the capture page is where you collect their information, their name, their email, and they enter it, and they click a button. And when they click the button, it takes them to what's called a bridge page. From the bridge page, they have 2 buttons. They can click on a button that will take them to download the training, the ebook, the webinar registration, whatever it was you're sending them to, and another button that takes them to either a survey or an appointment booking page where they can book an appointment with you. This is the piece of the funnel that we want to build right now. I want to show you how to build this 2-option funnel. Now, I don't know if there's a form for this in Kajabi or in ClickFunnels. I would assume there is, but I don't know that. The only funnel builder I'm familiar with today is Funnelizer in MLSP. We're going to use Funnelizer as an example of how to build this stuff. I'm sure these other programs have ways to do it. And we're also recreating the training from last week in the MLSP weekly webinar. So having said all that, let's go. Let me get rid of this, and let's go to My Lead System Pro, and we're going to go to MLSP Funnelizer. And we're going to drop down through all the instruction videos and just launch Funnelizer. Now, a bit of a challenge I have here is that we did this already last night. So part of what we missed where we said create a new funnel. And so what I can do, I'm thinking about what I can do here. Yeah, you know what? I'll just create a new funnel. And I'm going to call it, we'll call it Consultation 2 because we've already created a funnel that's name is Consultation. And I'm going to call this the bridge page because that's the page we're going to create first. We're going to create a funnel called Consultation 2 and the bridge page. Now, when we splice this into the rest of the training, it will simply be Consultation. I'm going to go create my funnel. And now it's going to ask me what page I want to create. And I will call this, I'll call this the bridge and the bridge. As a matter of fact, what I probably should have done, actually, let's go backwards. Let's go backwards. What I should do is I should rename this funnel. I should rename this oh, that's all right. I'll just leave it alone. Let's call it bridge and bridge. There might be a little bit of confusion in the naming here. I may have named something different last night. But here in the bridge page, what we want is we want a page that says that is multi-step bridge page. The multi-step bridge page, we can look at a preview of this, and it's got a video and it's got 2 buttons. So that's the multi-step bridge page. That's the one we want to use. So I'm going to just go backwards. I'm going to go to this funnel, edit the funnel, find that page again, and tell it to use it. So we're going to use the multi-step bridge page, and we're going to call it bridge, and call it bridge. Let's say, like I did already, I just didn't save it yet. So now we're going to save the page and edit it. Now, the first thing you'll notice that this page has a video on it. We don't have to use the video. We can throw it away, or we can choose to use the video. When I click on the video, it will open up a list of options, and these are videos that have already preloaded, and I can just select a video. So there's one here that says Mooney intro. I don't know, just pick a video, anything, just for giggles. We'll do Mooney intro. We'll just pick one. And we can preview the video. There it is. And play it. There. Okay, we're just not gonna do that right now. But okay, so you can put your own video in. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we have 2 buttons here. One is book my free appointment. It's the consultation button. The other is access my training, whatever that training happened to be. Now let's look at how to book my free appointment. The appointment program that I use is Calendly, Calendly. And if you go to calendly.com, you'll be able to create an account for yourself. It's free. So I'm just going to go to my 30-minute booking page, and notice what happens here. I'm going to get rid of some of this extra stuff we don't need. Notice what happens here is it opens up a page where somebody can select a date in the future, and they can select a time, and they can book a 30-minute free, I call it a coaching evaluation session with me. So what I want is I just want, again, I want to get, I don't want the extra stuff here. I just want the core link itself, calendly.com/30 minutes. That's all I want. And I'm going to copy it. So there's the link. Now back to my funnel. And right here is where we picked up the recording last night. So here we are. We're in book my free appointment. When I click on this button, it's going to open up another window. It says select an action. The action I want to select is go to URL, and I'm going to paste in the URL for that Calendly link. I'm going to tell it to open the target in a new window, so that when I click on this button, it will open that link in a new window. And now I'm going to save changes. And I'm going to stop right here because I believe when I splice this together, this is approximately where the recording from last night picks up. So I'm going to I'm going to stop the share and stop the recording, this first part recording. And I'm going to splice these recordings together. Well, good morning, my friends. 24 hours have passed since a moment ago, and I'm redoing the second part of this training because there's a major mistake in it last night, from Thursday night, and there's no sense me publishing a mistake. So we're doing it. We're picking it right up where we left off, and going to keep right on going. So let me do a screen share. Here we are, and here we are. Here's our bridge page. we've already booked our free appointment, put in the Calendly link, and now step 2, access my training. And so we're going to go access the training. And of course, just like the Calendly link, step 2 here, access to training, is we want to go to a URL. Now, the URL we want to go to is wherever we want them to go. I mean, maybe we're sending them to a webinar. Maybe we're sending them to an ebook. Maybe we're sending them to a training. The one that Jim Funnelizer used was System Campaigns. He was using the MLM Earn Six Figures training. So we'll just pick up the one that he was using. And what we do is this little, I don't know what this symbol is, to be honest with you. But what we want to do is we want to send them directly to the thank you page. We don't want to use the capture page because we are building our own capture page. So we're not going to use the capture page. We're going to send them directly to this page, the thank you page. So let me copy the thank you page link, come back to the funnel, and paste it in. And we're going to, once again, click Open Target in New Window, and we're going to save changes. Okay, now this page should be done. Let me check this one, make sure I opened it in a new window. I did, so we're done there. Now, the only other thing we can do on this page is the video. I believe I already did it. Let me check. Yeah, we put in an intro video. Okay, the other thing is, just to show you how to do this, if you don't have a logo, we just get rid of this logo by going over here. See, background image, header, logo, we just get rid of it. It's all gone. Okay? We want to change the color of the text. We just change the color of the text. Here's a text editor. We can change the color to anything we want it to be. The background, I just changed the background of the text color. Follow the steps to access your training. Don't forget to book your complimentary 30-minute strategy session. We can change that to be anything we want. So, you know, all this stuff is editable. You can get rid of, change it, make different colors, do anything you want. Okay, when you're done, save changes. So we're done with this page. Okay, we'll publish the changes, and let's preview the page. Now on the preview, the video won't play, but we can test the links. Book my free appointment today, test the link, and it goes out to Calendly like we claimed it would and said it does. So there's the link. Somebody can come in here, pick a date, pick a time, schedule an appointment, okay? And let's get rid of that. And then, as promised, you can access your free training below. Access my training now. Takes them out to whatever system campaign or webinar or ebook or PDF cheat sheet, whatever you got, whatever you've got, whatever you sent them to. So we're all done with that page, okay? So that page is finished. And there it is. And I don't like this background. Oh, but I'm not in the editor. So I have to close the preview. Not quite sure how I managed to keep that background there, but I'm going to leave it alone for right now. Okay. So the next step now is, how did they get to that page? And that's where we have to add the opt-in page. So let's add a new page to the funnel. We'll add a new page. We're going to call it opt-in. That's what it is. Okay. And now we're looking for the opt-in page. Let me just select opt-in pages here so I at least minimize the number of templates I have to scan through. Background image opt-in, bullet point, challenge, Firefly, free report, freebie, giveaway, multi-step bridge page, native ad. Okay, opt-in download bonus. Opt-in download bonus is again, this is the page they used. So we'll use that page. It will go up here, save page, and edit. Now, everything here is editable. So for example, the system campaign we're using, we're going to go now to the capture page for that system campaign. Open that. So here's the system campaign we're using. Build a six-figure residual income. Now, this text was all written by Brian Funnelizer, or somebody similar to Brian, who's a very good copywriter. So why don't we just use the text that they've already written for us? Let me get this out of there. Edit page opt-in. So here, we'll just use their text, paste it in. Back to the 17 irrefutable laws to build a six-figure. And by the way, this is an incredibly good training. This happens to have been done by Todd Falcone. And if you've never seen it yourself, you ought to go watch it. Now, we're not going to give them an ebook. We're going to give them something else. You can change this image. All you got to do is click on it, and we can upload a new image. Again, get this out of the way. Product image, image select, change image. So if I click on change image, maybe you've got a nice ebook you're going to upload. I don't know. So there, 11 Secrets to Financial Success. I don't know what you're gonna send them, but you can upload anything you want there. Okay, now here's the important one. Give me my ebook. When they click on that, what we want to have happen is we want them to go to, first off, the first thing we want them to do is we're going to edit the pop-up menu. The first thing we want them to do is we want them to go to this pop-up menu where they enter their name and their email address. Now, when they click on this button to give me my ebook, we want them to go, and we're going to select an action now. We want them to go, and this is the critical one, we want them to go to the funnel page. What funnel page do we want them to go to? The bridge page. And I'm going to open Target in a new window, and I'm going to save changes. Okay. Now, that connects the pages together. Now, we also want them, when they enter their name or email, we want to send the name and information somewhere. This is where we edit integrations, right there. So when I edit integrations, I can select where I want them to go. So here, maybe I want them to go into My Lead System Pro Home Business Opportunity account. So My Lead System Pro and an integration point, baby boomers, for example. Okay, this is sending them to the My Lead System Pro CRM. You may not have a baby boomer tag, and that's okay. We can talk about tags. It's another topic for another day. Maybe I want to also send them to my AWeber. So here's my AWeber. Select an integration point. 12 Steps to Success Coaching. Okay, fine. Add an integration. Maybe I'm also sending them to a Zoom meeting. Here's my Zoom integrations. Okay, send them to Zoom. Okay. So I can send them to up to 5 places. The question was asked, how many people can we add? These areas determine the number of people. So for example, if I'm sending them into My Lead System Pro, I think the number is 10,000. I'm not sure. I think it's 10,000. If I'm sending them to AWeber, it's essentially infinite. The lowest priced AWeber account is 500 names. That's $29 a month. But then if you have more than 500 names, it costs you more, but you can go up and up and up. Zoom, it's 1,000 people. So I can send these names up to 5 different places. And the different places have different limitations. Excuse me. So there we are. Let's edit changes, or save changes rather. And I think we're through with this page. Let me publish the changes and preview the page. I think we're through with the page. So yes, give me my book, opens the capture page. I have to put in some information. I actually paused the recording and went and checked a couple of things to be sure I had it right. So here's where we want to end up. We have our opt-in page open. We've put in the text from wherever we're sending them or whatever we're doing, put in our image, whatever it is. When they click on the Give Me My Free Training button, what we want is the action is open the pop-up. All right, we want the pop-up to open. So here we're going to view the pop-up. We have them put in their name and their email address. And oh, by the way, if you want that image to be the same as the other image, we can go make that happen, etc. Now, when they click here on the Give Me My ebook, what we want them to do, or whatever it is, give me my training, whatever it is, sure, give me my training. We can change it. Just to be consistent, we use caps, give me my training, okay? We've already done the integrations. We've got all that in, okay? We telling it to go to a funnel page, to the bridge page, and open it in a new target window. We got that in. So everything should be hunky-dory, fine, wonderful, cute. So let's save the changes. Let's publish the changes. Let's preview the page. So the page looks good. Okay, when we click on the Give Me My Free Training, it opens the pop-up, which is what it should. Now we're gonna fill that in here. It won't work because we're in a preview. All righty. So I'm going to close the preview. I'm going to close the editor. So here's our funnel. Now, I want to move the opt-in page up above the bridge page, and I do that by clicking the little arrow right there. You see that little arrow? Bingo. The opt-in page is above the bridge page. Because the opt-in page is the thing that they're going to see first. So, here we go. Take a deep breath. We're going to go get the URL. Here's the URL. I'm going to go right click, go to. So we're going to go to the URL. Wait. I'm sorry. Back up. My bad. Ain't going to work yet. It's not going to work. Not going to work. The funnel is running. Okay. What we have to do, I'll just show you. What we have to do is, normally, where we should have been is that the funnel would not be running. We'd come in and would see the variation and the start funnel buttons are there. So we'd have to go to the variation and start the variation. But it's already started. So start variation. There we go. It was already started. I'd already tested it. So we have to start the variation and start the funnel, because what we're about to do is test the funnel. It won't work if the funnel isn't running. So here we go. Get the URL and go to it. So there's our capture page. And bonus, get your 30-minute, get your phone consultation, whatever. Click on Give Me My Training. There's Len. And there's the email. We click on yes, give me my training, and it goes to the bridge page, which has the video on it. And by the way, we can change the picture on that video too. And then it has the link to go book my free appointment, the Calendly link. Notice it's opening in a new window. And we have the link to access my training. Notice it's going to the training that we promised. And we're all done. We're all done. We've got the funnel built the way we wanted it built. And of course, as we said before, the training that's going to here could be anything we want to send them to. But it should be all congruent, of course. It should be consistent and congruent. So I'm going to stop the share here and come back to, here we go, stop the share. Got myself lost. Okay, all right. I'm going to stop this recording and I'm going to splice this into the questions and answers from last Thursday's training, because there's a lot of good questions. So I'm going to stop the recording here and we'll splice it all together. I'll be back. I want to take a deep breath. I didn't think we were actually going to get through that. It's not everything I had intended to cover tonight, but it's pretty much a recreation of what the training they did last week. Were you able to follow me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So unfortunately, we didn't get the whole recording, but I can go back and fill in that front end, so that's not a very big deal. And that is the consultation funnel. Now, and the idea is to be able to capture somebody and then send them a couple of different directions depending on what they choose. Still giving them the training we promised them, or the freebie, whatever it is we promised. And it's a very powerful funnel, very powerful funnel. Now, there are other ways to do the same thing. It's not the only way, but that recreates last week's training, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Tim.
So after you've created that funnel, where does it live? I mean, do you keep it on a page, a business page, or do you keep it in the MLSP? Because I noticed that you're saying running, and I know they're running or they're not running.
Yeah. Well,
so when they're running, they're hiding.
It lives in Funnelizer.
Okay.
But you can put it anywhere you want. So, let me do it. Let me do a screen share. Let me go back here to Funnelizer again. If I can find my way back in. Let's close the editor. And so here's, I have like 26 funnels running. So, or 25 or 26. So this is probably on page 3. We called it the consultation. There it is. There's where it lives. You see that, the consultation funnel?
Yes.
Okay, that's where it lives. That's its home base. Now, you can put it anywhere you want. All you have to do is go get the URL, for example. If I get this URL, copy it, I can put it out on my, do I have a Facebook page open? No, I don't. Okay, well, we'll just go open a Facebook page for giggles. I mean, I don't want to put it on my timeline, but I can put it out on my, I can put it on a fan page, for example. I put it on the timeline and take it back down. All I got to do is paste the link in right there. I just paste in the link. And Facebook doesn't like those things, but, that's not exactly what we would do. But the link is now pasted into my timeline. If somebody clicks right here, it's going to take them right into the funnel. Now, that's not exactly what I would do with it. I would never do that to it. First off, because Facebook doesn't like links that take you off of Facebook.
Yes.
Secondly, because in this case, it doesn't show any graphics or anything.
Delete.
Yes, thank you. It doesn't show any graphics or anything.
Going to share it if Facebook doesn't. Where else do you share it?
Well, on your first line, you can put it in ads. You can put it in a fan page. Let's go to the fan page. See how Facebook treats the fan page these days.
But the fan page is still
Well, it is, but it's not your timeline.
likes and profiles.
It's not your profile. It's not your timeline, and they do treat it differently.
I'm glad you said that. I got a question about that. Can you share a link like on your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if it'll bring up the graphics or not, but yeah, you can share a link on a YouTube channel. You can put it in the description. YouTube doesn't publish as a regular post. So what they do with it? Where'd they put it? Yeah. Oh, so there it is. And I mean, I can screw around with the graphics and get a picture up there, and that's the post. So that's on my fan page. Yeah, can I put it in YouTube? Sure. Can I put it in a Twitter post? Absolutely. Can I? And I don't want it out here either. I mean, I don't want that funnel anywhere, because I want to be sending people to my course, not Diane's course, for how to publish.
What about Instagram? Can you put it in Instagram too?
Not directly. The only place you put clickable links. Well, yes, but
One in your bio.
Pardon me.
You can only put one in your bio.
Right. So it's not, if you can put it in, but it's not clickable in Instagram. You can put it in LinkedIn. There's lots of places you can put it up. As I showed you in the beginning, I mean, let me go back. Lens. Let me go back to my website. This is my homepage on my website. That's one of them there funnels right there. Oh, that's SoundCloud. That's another one. This is a funnel. Sorry, I started SoundCloud accidentally. This is a funnel. Okay, this is a funnel. I mean, they're up on my website. So I can send people directly from my website. This one right now, if it's going where I hope it's going, and no, I know it's not. I have to go out and fix that funnel, because I was playing with it earlier, because I was going to use that as a demo tonight. But it's sending people to my webinar tomorrow. So you can
put it in a newsletter, I guess.
Well, of course, sure. You can put it anywhere. Yeah.
It would fit in there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah,
I would
absolutely.
probably put it on Facebook, and then after a day or two, I'd take it down.
Yeah. You can play with it.
Well, you might be able to put it in the comment section, and Facebook may not be as upset about that.
Well, that's another thing you can do. You can also in the comment section. You can also post these. You can also post these links out in the groups, like the groups that we've talked about in the past, posting in. You can, in many of the groups, some of them, not all of them, depends on the group. You can post links in the group.
So Facebook's okay with that?
Yeah, they're okay with that. It's just a profile page.
Wow.
What? But that still takes them away from Facebook.
Crazy.
There's lots of groups. There's lots of posts out there in those groups. So, yeah. So anyhow. But that's the gist of it. So we're past the top of the hour. I'm willing to stay if anybody has any more questions. Otherwise, I'll patch in the front end of this recording and turn it into a recording, and it probably won't be till sometime tomorrow, but it'll get recorded and put up in the group.
I have a question.
Sure, Cynthia.
So can it be put on your blog and sent
Yes.
to your blog?
Yes, absolutely.
Can't it be put, it can be put anywhere you can put a link, basically, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So do you get a lot of feedback, success, whatever word you want to use, using the funnelizers? Does that help build your list?
Yes. Yes. And I also use these things, if you've been watching my posts recently, like yesterday and today, I mentioned the webinar I'm doing tomorrow. And if anybody asks me for a webinar link, that's what I do is I send them the link in a comment. So I'll just send the link on out to them. So yes, absolutely.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I have 2 little ebooks that I've created and they're in my file, but how do I take them from my file? They're in like PDF format. How do I put them in somewhere like a Facebook or something like that? Or in a funnel?
Well, there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can download, you are now in MLSP, Tim.
Yes, I am.
Yes. The simplest thing for you to do is upload the PDF to MLSP.
Where
And
would
where
you
would it end up?
I knew that question was coming.
Where will it end up if I do that?
Okay. Hang on, my friend. Hang on. Let's see. I just got to get to an MLSP main page. Let me just log in again. MLSP-L. At least I'm pretty sure there's MLSP is taking PDF files. Because do you have Aweber running yet?
Yes, I've had Aweber for a while.
Oh, well that's simple then. It's downloaded from it. Send out an email from Aweber with the PDF file attached to it.
Oh, okay.
That's piece of cake. Huh?
Who would you send it to?
Whoever asks for it.
Or my list, just send it to my list.
Yeah.
So you're not talking about with the funnel, you're just talking about sending the PDF out for an ebook.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you can upload the PDF into MLSP, but I don't see where to do that right now. So let me check that for you and get back to you on that. But let me show you. See, let me show you this. I could spell my own name. .com/road. Here's my funnel for the road to prosperity. The Road to Prosperity book. See, this is doing exactly what you want to do. It's just sending out an ebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they enter their name. I can take you into that funnel and show you what it does. Maybe that's the easiest way to do it. Is just take you in and show you the funnel. That's a very, very.
And the ebook's going to go out automatically.
Yes. Yeah. And here's the way it's going to go. My website's Funnelizer.
I have to learn all this because this is something I do want to do a lot of.
Yep. What did you say, Shirley?
I said, this is something I will be doing a lot of eventually, but I'm going to have to really learn it because I have all these courses and ebooks and things I'm working on.
Yeah. And
I'm going to need to do this with them.
Right. Let me find that funnel for the road to prosperity. There it is. The road to prosperity. Edit the funnel. This is a very simple funnel. It only has one page. The page you just saw a minute ago. Edit the page. So what happens? Okay. So what happens now is when they come to this field, they enter their email. First off, the integrations. You see the integrations sends them to the MLSP CRM, and it sends them to my Aweber list, which is called the Road to Prosperity. Okay?
Okay.
So that's it. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. Now, let's go out now and look at Aweber.
Be your first email then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in Aweber, all these things are in the way. Get them out of the way. Go to Aweber. We're in what list were we in? The Road to Prosperity. So this is just getting the right list up. That's all I'm doing right now. The Road to Prosperity. Road to Prosperity. What's the name of the list? Does it start with an R, huh? Did I pass? There it is. There it is. Okay. There it is. So what happens now is that list sends an email out that says, you can open now anytime. Thank you. So the email says, welcome, thanks, blah, blah, blah. Gives them a welcome video and says, click here to download the Road to Prosperity. Now, in this case, let me check this. In this case, I might be sending them to, yeah, in this case, I'm actually sending them somewhere else to get the book. The book is, this gets to be a little bit complicated. The book is in a, oh God, what's the name of the, I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared to do this tonight.
PDF.
You can attach it as a PDF, but I don't know why I don't have it attached as a PDF here. I'm going to close the editor because I don't want to change anything. So now I managed to close Aweber completely. You would have to make me do this, Tim. You're not making me do it, huh? There's Aweber has another program that's associated with it. And I forget the name of it, but it's in integrations. It's called Digio. It's called Digio. I couldn't remember the name of the silly program.
What's Digio?
Digio is a little place where you can host PDF files and things like that. So if you look at my Digio account, which I think I can get into, it's got and I don't know how to log into it right now. I haven't been into it in so long. You don't know how to get into it because I don't see the login.
Just click on it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the advantage of putting it there instead of just putting it in your first email?
There's a limit on how big the file can be in the email. So it may be, I don't know why I have it here, and I don't know how to get into my Digio account right now. So let's just not bother. But Digio is where it's at. And maybe I just have to go log into Digio.
Okay.
How do you keep up with all those newsletters you had?
I don't know what my login for Digio is, so there's a good chance I can't get in here right now. I haven't been in for a long time. We're going to just be screwing it. Nope, that's not it. Well, this isn't going to work right now. Let me leave it alone. Digio is where it's at. The answer to the question of why is probably the file was too big to add as an attachment to the email. Aweber does have a limit on how big the file could be. So I'm suspecting that I put it over in Digio because the file was too big.
How's the person going to get it if it's in Digio?
that's back to the messages. Back to the messages here. This is the link to Digio right there. This is a Digio link. So if I copy that,
So that's your email that went out, and then it's got
Right.
the link on there.
right, it's got the link. And that link drops into Digio. And I don't know if it's going to go in right now or not, but that link drops right in there and pulls up, there's the book right there. And all they have to do is click download. So
Cool.
that book is stored over in Digio. And again, I'm suspecting, I'd have to go back and remember because I don't honestly remember, but I'm suspecting it must be there because it's too big to send as an attachment. It's a pretty big book. And it's
Yes.
got graphics in it, so. So, I don't know if I answered your question or confused the hell out of everybody.
All that's good to know.
No, I have a place to start now.
How do you manage so many newsletters? Why do you have all that long list of newsletters?
I don't have a long list of, those are
Email list.
those are lists. And so, for
But they're
example,
email lists, so they're newsletters, aren't they?
yeah, but basically for the most part, when I send out a newsletter, I send it to everybody. I just send it to all lists. I don't, I know what you're doing in segregating your two lists with two different newsletters, but I confused that a long time ago, so I just don't bother. I send the email, when I send a newsletter, I send it to everybody and let them decide if they don't like it. That may not be the best way to do it. It's the way I do it. Maybe we could argue a lot. We could discuss whether or not. See, you're two different lists. One is the healthy living, and one is
Marketing,
marketing. Yeah,
social media.
yeah. I don't know. Do you think your marketing people might like to see the healthy newsletter list? The healthy newsletter? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because when you send a newsletter, you get to select who you're sending it to. Right?
I don't know. I just send it. I put it in legacy follow-up and it goes.
What's that?
I just put it in legacy follow-up and it goes. So 7 days out.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm doing a broadcast.
Yeah. Well, all my newsletters get done as broadcasts, and usually I just let it go to everybody. Now, if it's a very specific topic, like for example, I'm doing a webinar tomorrow. I will send letters that are broadcasts just to the registration list, just to remind people that the webinar is in 2 hours or 1 hour or something. That those blogs, those posts won't go to everybody. They'll just go to that one specific list.
So you're sending the link with that when you send it out. So a person can go to that.
No, they're already registered. They've already got the link. They're already registered for the webinar. So if somebody, like, you messaged me that you said that you want to attend the webinar, I will send you the link to the webinar in Messenger, and you will register in Messenger with the link in Messenger.
Because I didn't receive it that I know of.
I haven't sent it to you yet. That's correct.
Okay.
And then that will drop you into my email list that is for the registration for the webinar. And you will get reminder emails for the webinar that go just to that list and no place else.
Now, how do you do that? So another day?
Hmm?
How do you do that?
Well,
They
there
just
are
don't-
two. The honest truth is that there are two ways to do it. One is that I'm using Zoom webinars, and Zoom webinars has an automatic function. They will send out reminder emails for you. And the other way to do it is to just generate a broadcast and just select that list as the only list it's going to.
Mhm.
Because you wouldn't want to send that to everyone, because everyone wouldn't want
Right.
to go.
Well, not everyone's registered for it. So there's a reminder email that your webinar is starting in an hour or two or whatever. And then after the webinar, we send 2 follow-up emails. Hey, thank you for attending. And hey, sorry you couldn't make it.
So when they register, is that a funnel?
Yeah. Yes.
Like Funnelizer?
It starts in Funnelizer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It oops. Okay, didn't mean to do that. It starts, yeah, hang on. Once more. Yeah, let's see if it goes, this may not be going to the right place because I was screwing around with it. Nope. I've got that webinar capture page screwed up right now, and so it's not going. But I got to go fix it because I was doing some editing in there for this training tonight, and it's not going to the right place. So in fact, let's go fix it because I need it to be going to the right place. I edited this thing. What's my website's Funnelizer. I wish this pop-up others. The webinar page. Huh. So this is, so the question, no, it's not going there. That's not good at all. Okay, well, gosh, I'm gonna fix that. What's going on here? Oh, I know why. I got the funnel shut down. I was gonna edit the funnel. I shut it down because I was gonna edit it and show you how to do. I was gonna add a page that sends people to the coaching program. That's the problem. This will work now. So I hope it'll work now. So there we go. So yeah, so this is a funnel. This is a Funnelizer. It's a webinar registration page, and it takes them not to register for the webinar. When they register for the webinar, they put their name and email address in. That drops them into the Zoom webinars. It actually connects directly to Zoom, and it also sends them a free ebook, and it sends them a welcome and a thank you message, and I mean, all this stuff happens all at the same time. So I don't know, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Anything else? Are you brain dead by now? Exhausted?
You lost me a long time ago.
It's a lot of connecting, and I mean, yeah, I think you
Yeah.
just have to do it and try to figure it out.
Who said
I
they got
wish
lost?
MLSP had a step-by-step written out.
Pardon me?
I wish MLSP had a step-by-step written out sheet
Yeah, me too.
on how to do it.
Well, I mean, I
Make it
can.
a lot easier.
Here's the challenge with that. And by the way, who said that I lost them a long time ago? Was that you, Mike?
I have a basic concept. I'm not even near close to what you guys are doing.
It's okay. That's okay. If you ever get to a point where you say, look, I want to send people to 2 or 3 different places all at once in a simple capture page, then that's what we're doing, really. Okay, here's the challenge we have with a simple step-by-step. The number of different funnels you can create is infinite. So which one do you want to step-by-step for? I mean, it's easy enough to do.
But don't they all connect the same way?
Yeah, I mean, they do. They do. Let me think about it. I'll see if I can think of a way to make it easier.
I've got some notes, and then I've got that other video. I'm going to try to create something that.
Well,
so I can go. I do this. I do this. I do this. I do this.
The way to do this, the way to do it easier than anything else is if you can have 2 browsers running, either on 2 different screens or on a split screen.
Yeah.
Or you can follow the training video, stop, click, do. Training video, stop, click, do.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I do that with my iPad. I'll pull it up on the iPad and
walk through it.
Yeah.
And the first couple of times.
It's have to do it. Yeah.
Funnelizer is actually no more difficult than learning how to run your microwave.
I don't use a microwave.
Or your stereo amplifier. It's I mean, it does a lot, but once you really get the flow of it and understand it, it's actually pretty straightforward and simple. They've done an incredible job with it, but it's very powerful.
Yeah, I see a lot of really good uses for it.
Yeah.
I want 100,000 people on my list, so
okay.
A long way to go.
My live today talks about how to do that on Facebook, but in this group, I'm going to give you a lot more than my live today. My live today was a teaser, but I'm going to give you a lot more how to do that because I think I know how to do it now. You got to warn you here. See, it's just like driving from San Diego to New York. I've got a road map and I'm out there on the road, but I don't see the whole road yet. But I know if I keep down this road, we're going to get there. Because a lot of what I'm going to do, a lot of what I'm going to teach you is coming from Brendan Burchard and Ray Higdon and some of these other people that have gotten there, and they paved the road. So we got the AAA map, we got the triptych in our hand, and we know if we follow the triptych, we're going to end up in New York. So we know how to get there.
I want it in 2 years, not 10.
Right.
I'm not waiting 2 years. I know it can be done.
Quit sleeping.
I know too many people who have done it.
Quit sleeping.
My daughter's in 4 years done very well.
They do 2, 4 years. They do it.
I quit sleeping.
Yeah.
They sleep.
Yeah, my daughter's with one company, and I think it's a little over 3 years, just like 215. She started around 215, and she's doing extremely well. She's got close to 100. Well, she's making about 7,000 a month right now, so that's pretty good. Yeah.
Excellent.
See, I think when they talk about 5 to 10 years, well, 10 years ago, we didn't have the technology we do now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you do it faster now.
Well, and she's been pretty active with it. You know, many people, they get involved in a business and they fade off. They think they're going to make fast money.
Yeah.
And she just stuck with it, and she was the top earner for the last year and a half, the top 20 worldwide in the company. So she was doing something right.
I know a whole lot of people have done it just a
few
Yes.
years.
You know, I'm not going to.
to.
I'm certainly not going to tell you that it's not doable. I believe that it is. I agree with you. I
Yes.
believe
I
that it is.
believe it is too.
But I also believe that a whole lot of people, and I'm guilty. I spent the first several years.
Not sure what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We all do that. So.
You got to get the right mentor, and then believe. A lot of people. What happens with a lot of people, and I'm guilty of it. I jumped around a lot. I'd be doing Facebook, and then I'd see this video that said, "Oh, you can make $1 million. Just do YouTube." So then I go over and do YouTube, and then I'd see a video that says, "Oh, we'll do this," and then I go over and do this, and then I've got all things running, but I never stayed focused and kept the same path. You need to pick a path, and you already said it, Shirley. You need to stay absolutely 100% dedicated, committed, unwavering, and believe that if you keep on this path, you will get to the goal. There are multiple paths to the goal. You know, if I start in San Diego, I can go I-5, I can go I-8, I can go I-15, I can go pick one.
Well, and if you're gonna do some of the distractions, have a time during the day that you're gonna do those distractions. Set aside so much time if you want to do that. But that way you don't feel like you're so tunnel visioned, you know?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Good idea. Good idea.
Interrupt you.
Plan my day out every day, and I try to stick to it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, life happens. Sometimes I'm not able to stick to it all the time.
One of the real models here in front of us right now too, Devon Tell, is Jolene, whom I hooked you up with. And you know, I mean, she's 23 years old. She came out of high school with no background in marketing or sales. She couldn't speak English. She lived in Russia. Everybody told her she was out of her mind. She would never make it. She couldn't do it. And she is at the friggin' top of the game right now.
Definitely.
And, you know, that's why I hooked you up with her, because she's basically your age. I said, go watch what Jolene is doing. Because you have all of the same things. You're young. You actually even speak the language, which is a huge advantage. She didn't speak the language.
Yeah.
She started off speaking Russian. So yeah, with energy and focus, it is definitely possible. Definitely possible.
Definitely.
Okay, are we all done, folks?
Yeah.
For tonight is Miller time. I hope you got value.